Lynn Bradley's disappearance is one of the most chilling and mysterious cases in modern maritime history. It's the story of a vibrant young woman who vanished without a trace while on a family vacation, and over 2 decades later, her case still remains unsolved, wrapped in a web of unanswered questions and haunting sightings. In March 1998, 23-year-old Amy Bradley, a recent college graduate from Virginia, embarked on a Caribbean cruise with her family aboard the Royal Caribbean's Rhapsody of the Seas. It was supposed to be a relaxing and fun getaway, a celebration of her achievements and a much-needed family bonding trip. Amy was an athletic, independent and cautious young woman. She loved swimming, played basketball and was known to be very aware of her surroundings. Her family has always emphasised that she wasn't the type to take risks or wander off with strangers. The cruise started smoothly. The Bradleys spent their days enjoying the sun, music and Caribbean views. Amy was in good spirits, dancing at the ship's nightclub, mingling with fellow passengers and even some members of the ship's band, Blue Orchid. On the night of March 23, 1998, Amy was last seen by her brother Brad at around 5:30 a.m. and they had both been out late enjoying the ship's nightlife. Brad recalled seeing her sitting on the balcony of their cabin, smoking a cigarette and gazing out at the ocean. When he went to sleep, Amy was still there. But by 6:00 AI and when her father Ron woke up, Amy was gone. Her family immediately sensed something was wrong. Amy's sandals, cigarettes and room key were still in the cabin. Even her ID was untouched. It was highly uncharacteristic for her to leave without telling anyone, especially in an unfamiliar environment. The ship docked at Curacao that morning, and as hours passed without any sign of Amy, her parents became increasingly frantic. They begged the ship's crew to make an emergency announcement and prevent passengers from disembarking until a thorough search was done. But according to her family, the ship's staff delayed action, hesitant to cause panic among the other guests. By the time a proper search was conducted, many passengers had already left the ship for day excursions on the island. Security teams combed through the vessel, checking hallways, storage areas, and even beneath lifeboats. Divers searched the waters surrounding the ship, but there was no sign of Amy. The possibility that she fell overboard was raised, but her family strongly disputed this theory. Amy was a trained lifeguard and a strong swimmer. The waters that morning were calm, and there were no witnesses to suggest she had gone near the edge. As days turned into weeks, the mystery deepened. The family returned to the United States, devastated but determined to find answers. Then came the first of many disturbing twists. Multiple eyewitnesses began reporting sightings of Amy on the island of Curacao. One Canadian tourist claimed to have seen a woman matching Amy's description being aggressively followed by a group of men on the beach. Another reported seeing her in a bathroom at a shopping centre, where the woman allegedly told her, "My name is Amy Bradley, I need help." By the time help was sought, the woman had vanished. In 2005, the case took an even darker turn. A former member of the US Navy reported that he had seen Amy in a Caribbean brothel in 1999. The woman reportedly approached him begging for help and told him her name. Shockingly, the man didn't report the encounter until years later, fearing repercussions from his superiors. This led to increased speculation that Amy may have been kidnapped and forced into human trafficking. Perhaps the most haunting piece of evidence came when the Bradley family received an anonymous email containing a photo of a woman who bore a striking resemblance to Amy. The photo, which appeared to be from a sex trafficking website, showed a woman with the same green eyes, body type and distinctive tattoos as Amy. The FBI analysed the image, and although they never officially confirmed it was her, many, including Amy's parents, felt certain it was. Over the years, the Bradley family worked tirelessly, appearing on television programs like America's Most Wanted, Dr. Phil, and The Oprah Winfrey Show to keep her story alive. The FBI also offered a reward, and private investigators were hired to pursue leads in the Caribbean. Yet, despite their efforts, every promising lead seemed to end in a dead end. Theories surrounding Amy's disappearance are as chilling as they are numerous. Some believe she may have been lured by someone on the ship and abducted. Others think she was kidnapped after disembarking in Curacao. A few even suggest there may have been a wider human trafficking network operating in the area, preying on young tourists. The ship's delayed response, combined with questionable security measures, left many loopholes in the initial investigation, and these mistakes likely contributed to the case going cold. Today, Amy Bradley's whereabouts remain unknown, and her family still holds on to hope, and her case is listed as an active missing persons investigation with the FBI. The emotional toll has been immense, but her parents continue to advocate for her, refusing to let her story be forgotten. Every year, new theories emerge. Online sleuths discuss her case, and her name resurfaces in true crime documentaries, podcasts, and online forums. Amy's disappearance serves as a tragic reminder of how vulnerable travellers can be, even in seemingly safe, controlled environments like a cruise ship. It highlights the urgent need for better safety protocols on international cruises, and the painful reality that for some families, closure remains heartbreakingly out of reach. Over the years, the Bradley family has poured their time, energy, and resources into finding Amy. They've chased every lead, no matter how small or far-fetched, from anonymous tips to reported sightings in Caribbean bars and even brothels. Each piece of information brought a flicker of hope, only to be extinguished with disappointment. The emotional weight of the unknown has been unbearable at times, but Amy's parents, Ron and Iva, have never stopped fighting. Their hope remains that one day they'll find the answers they've been searching for. One chilling clue that continues to baffle investigators is the interaction Amy had with the cruise ship's band Blue Orchid. Witnesses reported seeing her dancing with one of the band members the night before she disappeared. Some even say one of them seemed unusually interested in her. Years later, there were rumours that someone from the crew had been asking passengers about her the day after she vanished, which raised suspicions that a staff member might have been involved in luring her away. Unfortunately, no concrete evidence ever tied anyone on the crew or band to Amy's disappearance. Amy's personality is another element that plays heavily into the mystery. She was known to be cautious, independent, and uncomfortable in unfamiliar social settings. Her parents repeatedly stressed that she was unlikely to go off with strangers or take unnecessary risks, especially in a foreign country. She had even expressed feeling uneasy about some of the male crew members on board, telling her family that they made her feel uncomfortable. That kind of instinct, coupled with the fact that she left behind all her belongings, including shoes, suggests she didn't leave voluntarily, or at the very least didn't plan to be gone for long. Another strange element of the case is how authorities initially responded. The cruise line did not treat Amy's disappearance as a possible abduction early on. The delay in alerting passengers and securing the ship allowed many people to disembark, potentially including someone involved in her disappearance. The FBI was brought in later, but by then, crucial hours had been lost. The ship's surveillance footage, if it existed, was never made public, and no one was ever charged or officially suspected. Over the years, multiple leads have emerged, but none have been conclusive. A taxi driver in Curaçao once came forward claiming that a woman who resembled Amy frantically asked him for help, only to be dragged away by unidentified men. Then there was the infamous photo emailed anonymously to a tip line in 2005. The woman in the image looked disturbingly similar to Amy and appeared to be in distress. The image's origin was traced to an adult website based in the Caribbean, but again, nothing came of it. Amy's tattoos were also a key identifier. She had several unique tattoos, including a Tasmanian devil spinning a basketball on her shoulder, a sun on her lower back, a Chinese symbol on her ankle, and a gecko lizard around her navel. These distinctive markings made it unlikely that she could remain hidden forever, yet no one has been able to confirm seeing her in person since 1998. The Bradley family has never given up. They have invested thousands of dollars into private investigators, travelled to the Caribbean multiple times, and even worked with psychics in desperate attempts to gather clues. They've lived through years of emotional turmoil, always caught between hope and heartbreak. Each new sighting or anonymous tip brings a fresh wave of emotions, only to be followed by another dead end. Amy's case has also led to wider conversations about the lack of jurisdiction and security on international cruise ships. With no clear governing authority in international waters, investigations into crimes at sea often become complex, slow, and sadly ineffective. For many families like the Bradleys, this legal grey area has only added to their frustration and heartbreak. Today, more than 2 decades later, Amy Bradley's face is still listed on missing persons websites, and her story continues to be covered by true crime enthusiasts and investigative journalists. The FBI still offers a $25,000 0-cents reward for information leading to her recovery. Amy's disappearance remains one of the most unsettling and talked about mysteries in modern cruise-shaped history. And as long as our family breathes, they'll keep searching, holding on to hope that one day Amy will come home, or at the very least that the world will finally learn what really happened on that fateful morning in 1998 aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas. Amy's story is a heartbreaking reminder that even in moments of joy and relaxation, life can change in an instant. If you find this story compelling and want to hear more real-life mysteries like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next investigation into the world's most chilling unsolved cases.